Welcome to Minnesota Twins franchise, episode number 33. The Twins start a three-game series here with the Chicago White Sox from Target Field in game number 102 of the 2016 season. Chi Sox and Twins from the Twin Cities. Matt Latos on the mound for the White Sox facing Brian Dozier. Dozier lines a single into center field, putting the Twins up 1-0 at the end of inning number 1. Ricky Nolasco pitching for the Twins. Bases loaded. Hit up the third base line, gets past Plouffe at third base. And J-Roll and the White Sox go up 2-1 in the middle of inning number 2. Runner on first with 2 outs. White Sox split the gap on the hit. Runner coming around third. He is going to head for the plate, and the throw will not be in time as the White Sox will get another run, add on to a 3-1 lead in the middle of inning number 3. Twins trying to reach 500, come into the game at 50-51. Brett Laurie now drives one down the first baseline. It gets underneath Mauer's glove. A run comes in to score for Chicago. And the White Sox go up 5-1. We're in the 5th inning now. Another gapper for Chicago. One run comes around to score. Another runner rounding third. And the White Sox go up 7-1 on Jimmy Rollins. Hit into the gap there. They tack on another one and lead it 8-1 in the middle of inning number 5. Runners on the corners now in the bottom of the 5th. Byron Buxton. Jimmy Rollins flips it to second, on to first for the double play. The White Sox 8 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. The Twins 1 run on 7 hits. White Sox go on to win the game 8-1, improving to 46-58. The Twins fall to 50-52. Ricky Nolasco going 4 1/3, giving up 7 earned runs. Byron Buxton 3 for 4 in the game, breaks out of a little slump for him. Jimmy Rollins, big game, 3 for 5, 4 RBIs for the White Sox shortstop. Twins fall to 50-52. They're 8.5 games behind the Tigers in the American League Central. And the White Sox at 46-58 are 13.5 back. The American League East, the Blue Jays, 4.5 game lead over the Yankees. The Rays are 6 back. Orioles at 7.5. The Red Sox in last place, 13.5 behind Toronto. Quick look at the American League West now. The Rangers at 59-45 are tied with the Astros at 58-44. The Angels right on their heels, 2.5 back. The Mariners 3.5 behind the Rangers and the Astros. The loser of the division there would be in first place for the wild card with the Angels right behind them. The Yankees, Mariners, Rays, and Orioles all between the Twins and the wild card. In the National League East, the Mets are 63-39, 6.5 games ahead of the Marlins. In the East, the Cubs at 72-31 are absolutely running away with the National League Central Division. They won 4 in a row. The Pirates behind them 17.5 games. The Cubs pretty much just counting down their magic number now. They're going to win that division going away. The Giants and the Dodgers are tied at 60-43 with the Diamondbacks 13 games behind them. It's looking like a 2-horse race in the National League West between the two bitter rivals in Los Angeles and San Francisco. In the wild card race, the Marlins, 3 games behind either the Dodgers or the Giants. They would be in the wild card. The Pirates chasing them, the Nationals, 8 games back, and the Diamondbacks are 13. A look at what the playoffs would be like if they started today. The Toronto Blue Jays would be the number 1 seed playing the Astros or the Angels. The Tigers and the Rangers would meet also in the division series. In the National League, the Cubs won. They would play the winner of the Dodgers and the Marlins, the Mets and the Giants, with the 2-3 seeds in the National League. Game number 103 from Target Field. White Sox and Twins, the middle game of a 3-game series from Target Field. White Sox come in at 46-58, Twins at 50-52. Irvin Santana taking the mound for Minnesota. He's 9-7 with a 2.80 ERA, one of the tops in the American League. His opponent today is Miguel Gonzalez, who's 4-8 with a 4.59 ERA in 20 starts. Adam Eaton leads things off for the White Sox with a gapper into left center field. And Eaton gets over to third. Jose Abreu, grounder to shortstop. Throw on to first. Eaton comes in to score. Drive into right field. I believe that was Tyler Flowers for the White Sox. No, excuse me, the Todd father, Todd Frazier. 16th home run of the season, a solo shot to right. And the White Sox take a 2-0 lead, looking to take the second game of the series and take 2 out of 3, at least, from the Twins at Target Field. Another drive into left field. Eddie Rosario. Frazier comes in to score, and the White Sox lead at 3-0 midway through inning number 2. Jose Abreu now, off of Irvin Santana with a drive to right field. That ball is up and out. Jose Abreu, a solo blast. It's number 16 on the season for the White Sox slugger. Frazier now grounds one out to Trevor Plouffe. Trevor Plouffe hurts himself on the throw, and he is going to have to come out of the ball game. White Sox lead at 4-0. On the blast to right field, Miguel Sano now been ripping the cover off the ball for the Twins with a runner on first and 2 outs. He drives one up the middle for a base hit. The runner rounding second, heading to third. Here comes the throw to third base, not in time. And Sano with a single puts runners on the corners now for Eddie Rosario. Rosario drives one up the middle. Run comes in to score for the Twins. Rosario with the RBI. And then Eduardo Nunez rips one into right field, past first base. Nunez with the bases loaded now. John Ryan Murphy turns on one, taking it into left field, and that ball is foul. 0-2 count with the bases loaded. Murphy goes from narrowly hitting a grand slam to striking out swinging. The White Sox with a 4-1 lead. Irvin Santana, quick ground ball to Escobar at short. On to Dozier. The throw onto first is not in time, but a beautiful play at shortstop by Eduardo Escobar. Towering fly ball into right field. Eddie Rosario has it in the middle of inning number 5. The White Sox with a 4-1 lead on the Twins halfway through this ball game. Byron Buxton squares around, bunting for a base hit here. He gets it past the pitcher, which you've got to do. Play not able to be made, and Byron Buxton extends a 9-game hitting streak with that bunt single. White Sox lead 5-2. Buxton on second, and the blooper not able to fall in there for the Twins. And at the end of 7, the White Sox maintain a 5-2 lead. Eddie Rosario strikes out swinging, as he represented the tying run in the 8th inning on that one. White Sox get out of it. They end up winning 5-2, taking the first 2 games of a 3-game series here at Target Field. Miguel Gonzalez with the win. Todd Frazier goes 2 for 5 with a home run and an RBI. Irvin Santana tagged with the loss for the Twins, giving up 9 hits over 6 innings. Eddie Rosario goes 2 for 4 and an RBI for Minnesota. Trevor Plouffe with a torn pectoral muscle. He has been placed on the 60-day disabled list, as he will be out for 2 to 3 months, likely the remainder of this season. And because of that, Jorge Polanco was recalled from AAA Rochester to take his place in the infield, as the Twins will shift things around, and you'll probably see Eduardo Nunez at third base, and Polanco and Escobar and Dozier rotating between second base and shortstop, although Dozier will only be at second base. Game number 104, Chris Sale on the mound for the White Sox as they look to sweep the Twins here in the 3rd game of the series. Chris Sale will face Kyle Gibson. in his making his 21st start of the season. Dozier with a drive into left field for a base hit. Off Chris Sale, the run comes in to score early for the Twins, and they go up 1-0 at the end of the first. Avisail Garcia strikes out looking as Gibson gets him high and tight on the black. Jimmy Rollins, the base hit into left field down the line. As it gets past a diving left fielder, it goes to the wall. The White Sox take a 2-1 lead in the middle of the second inning. Jorge Polanco strikes out swinging, Chris Sale with the strikeout. At the end of inning number 2, the White Sox still lead at 2-1 over the Twins. Polanco's first at-bats in the majors this year coming against Chris Sale. Hit for the Twins into right center field. Byung-Ho Park, second on the team in doubles, gets his 17th here, and he is at second base. Byron Buxton at the plate now. Drives one into right center field. That one is going to get all the way to the wall. Byung-Ho Park comes in to score for Minnesota. The play at third is not in time. A little base running miscue there. Byron Buxton had to go back to first because the runner at second wasn't heading to third. But the next batter would get that guy in anyway from third. And Buxton, trying to get to third on that play, gets tagged out. Another base running miscue by the Twins, but they go up 3-2 at the end of the fifth. The Todd father now barrels one up, sending it into deep left field. And that one's going to get out without any question into the second deck off the facade. Todd Frazier with a home run off of Michael Tonkin. For Frazier, it's the 17th home run of the year. It's a 2-run shot. And that puts the White Sox out in front 4-3 as we stretch here at Target Field. Byron Buxton at the plate now, off Nate Putnam. Drives one up the middle for a base hit. Nobody can get to that one. It rolls into center field for a single. Buxton on first. He's going to take off and head for second. On the inside pitch, the throw is not in time. Buxton's still second easily. But Eduardo Escobar, the next batter, pops it up as the Twins are unable to cash in on the runner in scoring position. White Sox still leading 4-3. A hit into the gap. One run comes in to score. Rounding third is another one. Austin Jackson able to reach the plate as well. Adam Eaton with a 2 RBI double puts the White Sox up 6-3 in the middle of the 8th. White Sox looking for a 3-game road sweep here at Target Field. Twins trying to scratch and claw out a victory somehow. Joe Mauer will come up with the bases loaded. He will pinch hit in the bottom of the 9th inning. With the bases loaded, down by 3 runs, Mauer flies out to right field. The White Sox complete the sweep with a 6-3 victory. The White Sox improve to 48-58. The Twins fall to 50-54 with their 3rd consecutive loss. Byron Buxton 3 for 5 with an RBI. Todd Frazier 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs for the White Sox as they take the 3rd and final game and sweep the Twins at Target Field. The American League Central standings, the Twins 8.5 games behind the Tigers, who have lost 2 in a row. The Twins 5-5 in their last 10 ball games. The White Sox have won 3 in a row, and a trade to announce. Logan Darnell traded to the Mets from the Twins, along with Glenn Perkins, in exchange for Jeurys Familia, as he will be acquired to be the closer for the Minnesota Twins.